So if you are a business owner and you are renting a space somewhere here in our Fair Valley, you hopefully are not surprised to know that, yeah, the building itself might be covered by the property management, but your stuff inside is probably not. So you want to make sure and research the options for business insurance. Here with me this morning to discuss the ins and outs of everything you wanted to know is Gregg Goodman, Farmers Insurance. Good morning. I'm doing great, and this is a thing well, especially for like solopreneurs that maybe started out working in their little home office space and deciding to go on and find a place to rent and kind of add an air of legitimacy, have a place where they can meet, or even do something with you've got people coming in and out, kind of a walk-in type situation. This is something that are you finding that most people are doing this and know that they're not covered, their stuff inside is not covered, or is this?
What happens mainly is when you sign a lease, that the lease requirements mainly want the landlord wants them to cover liability coverage in case something happens, a trip and fall, or someone gets sued. But a lot of new owners have to understand that yes, you have to get insurance. You should get insurance to cover your tenant improvements and your business personal property inside your new facility.
And are there? I know, like in homeowners, there's earthquake and there's other facets of that. Are there different types of coverage for business, or is it all just kind of one size?
It's just that, like I'm a farmer's agent, so Farmers has like they call it a business owner's package, and that includes almost every coverage you possibly need for a new business. And one thing that we do that a lot of companies don't, we add employment practices insurance that covers employers against sexual harassment, wrongful termination, and third-party lawsuits and things like that. And a lot of companies don't, and a lot of business owners don't understand that concept because it does happen a lot. There are a lot of lawsuits out there, and a lot of people don't advise them to get that type of coverage.
Huh.
And it's really not that expensive, actually.
That's pretty interesting. I'd never even thought about insurance on that end. So pretty
it's very
fascinating.
Important. Like Farmers is one of the companies that will endorse that under the current policy. A lot of companies you have to go, agents will have to go get it through another company. So we're one of the very, very few companies that endorse it onto their own current policy.
And what that means, of course, is there are some insurance brokerages out there that still have to farm out, no pun intended, their coverage for certain special liabilities. And in this case, you guys have it all under one thing.
We all have it on one roof. And, we're at our agency is one of the top agencies in Farmers. We are what we call a commercial elite agency. So we're like in the top 5-10% in California.
What do you find is or would you know kind of the standout claim or something that business owners who need insurance should really look out for?
The number one issue right now is employment practices. And
really?
It's a big, big deal. And those claims get into a lot of money because, when someone gets fired or there's sexual harassment and things like that, the lawyers get involved. They're the ones that make all the money. There's a lot, I'm not saying there isn't settlements, there are settlements, but, the lawyers always are going to get paid. And the one thing that we do offer is what they call third party. A lot of employment practices covers inside your facility, but our policy covers outside the facility. So let's say that someone went to the bank, one of the employees here went to the bank and were sexually harassed by someone at the bank, we would cover that.
Really?
Yeah, so it's a big deal. A lot of business owners don't understand that.
Yeah, employment practices kind of big in the news lately. What with a certain show host on a certain news channel that has. So it does happen.
It does happen.
I mean, whether or not, in that particular case, and I'm not pointing any fingers one way or the other, but those are things that come up, and you might not even think about it. That what happens in the workplace or even with your employees, you can't see everything going on, and so it's important. Now, on that note, with employment practices, are there things that Farmers do, like insurance agencies that they give you tips on how to not set your home on fire? Are there things that you provide employers as far as what to look out for in employment practices?
They have that on their policy. We have a certain website that they can go on. They can, let's say that they want to fire an employee. Okay, they could go onto that website, they could call somebody and get advice on how to handle that. That's a really big deal. Even though we're a what's it called, no fault state or whatever.
Yeah.
people can sue for any reason, so it just
Yeah, it doesn't even matter if you're as an employee completely in the wrong. You can still just be that fly in the ointment anyway. So that's
and I'm telling you, I've seen many. It's just even though the person we can fire anyone we want in the state, they can still go get a lawyer and sue.
yeah.
So you're still going to have a
Take
claim.
up your time, take up your money, take up and sometimes in that case could be that could tip the scales with the money you're paying for a lawyer, the time you're away from your business to kind of put you down. So
Right. And those claims are always pretty substantial.
yeah, they don't mess around.
They don't mess around with those.
So what's the best way to contact you, Gregg Goodman, Farmers Insurance, for any of the business insurance questions and or needs?
The best way is to contact me at 661-254-6739. We are located at 25030 Avenue Stanford, suite number 50 in the Justice Center. And we're there every single day, and we give advice, we try to give quotes, and we try to advise all our clients with the best way to go.
Outstanding. That information also on our website, hometownstation.com. Gregg, always a pleasure to get enlightened from you and making insurance interesting. So I really appreciate that. And if you are either starting a business or have just moved into a building and don't have those business insurance needs covered, give Gregg a call.
And we will be at the Home and Garden Show
Next weekend.
So if everyone's come by and have any discussion, we will be there.
Yes, get that quote updated. Why not? 8:46, traffic after this.